Hello, dear listeners. Today I welcome you all on e-portal of Institute for Excellence in Higher Education Bhopal, which is named as Gyanmik. It is an initiative for ICT-based teaching, learning, and evaluation. Myself, Dr. Surana Tiwari, Faculty of Commerce, is going to discuss a very important topic, which is known as double entry system. Here we are going to discuss about its meaning, stages, rules of accounting. This is another paper, Financial Accounting. Course is major. In this video, we are going to cover topics which are as follows. First of all, we will see learning outcomes. Then we will see a link to previous topics. Then we will discuss the introduction of double entry system. Meaning of double entry system we will see. The next we will see accounting cycle or stages of DES. Then classification of or types of accounts we will discuss. Then traditional and modern approaches we will see with different examples. Further we will see summary, link for further readings and references. Here are some of the learning outcomes. Dear listeners, after studying this lesson, you all will be able to describe the concept of double entry system. You will be able to explain the uses of double entry system in accounting. You will be able to state the meaning of different types of accounts and explain the reason behind debiting and crediting the accounts. You will be able to identify the difference between various types of accounts for doing entry. You will be able to apply the concept of double entry system to traditional and modern approach. Here are some of the links to the previous topic. Dear listeners, as we are going to discuss about double entry system, so I think you all are already aware of the term accounting, accounts, assets, liability, income and expenses, because double entry system is the method of doing accounting in a systematic manner. In your previous classes, you have already learned about accounting. What is accounting? Accounting is the process of recording, classifying, summarizing the financial transaction in a systematic manner. Next is accounts. Accounts are meant for recording the transaction of same nature. Assets are, for example, furniture, cash, building, all these are our assets. Liabilities are which we need to pay off, that is like our bank loan or creditors. Income, whatever gain we are having. Expenditure like rent, salary, etc. These are expenditure. Now we will discuss our major topic, that is double entry system. First of all, we are going to discuss its meaning. Meaning of double entry system. Dear students, from the name itself it is clear that double entry system is having a two effect. It means every transaction or every entry is having a two effect. We can understand it with the help of example. For example, if we are going to purchase any furniture, तो फर्नीचर जब अपन परचेज करेंगे तो फर्नीचर अपने पास आ रहा है और अपने पास से कैश जा रहा है. It means two effects are going. In the same way, double entry is also doing the same thing, that is a particular entry is having a two effect, that is debit and credit. Every debit is having a credit and every credit is having a debit effect. This double entry system is firstly introduced by Lucas Paccioli in his book. Under this system, every transaction is having a two effect, that is debit and credit. Debit means due for that and credit means due to that. Further, we will make it clear with the help of example again. Double entry system also leads to a particular equation, that is assets is equals to liabilities plus capital. You all are aware with these three terms. Now we are going to discuss characteristic of double entry system. So here is the first characteristic. It affects two accounts. As we have already discussed, double entry system will affect the two accounts. For example, if we are going to pay salary, then here two accounts will get affected, salary account and cash account. Next characteristic is specified rules. Of course, double entry system is a concept which is based and applied after following the specified rules. Now next characteristic is record of all aspects of accounts. Double entry system is the method which record all aspects of account, that is personal and impersonal account both. Now next characteristic is accuracy. Double entry system is the system with the help of which we can maintain our arithmetical accuracy in a much better way. Accounting cycle or stages of double entry system. First of all, we are going to record transaction in a roughly manner. Then we will transfer this transaction into a journal where the transactions or the entries are recorded in a systematic manner. Then from that particular journal, we will prepare the different types of accounts in ledger, which will come under the category of classification. Then after preparing the different types of accounts in ledger, we will prepare trial balance, which is also known as the summarized form of ledger accounts. Then with the help of trial balance, we will prepare final account. Under final account, we prepare mainly three accounts, that is trading account, P&L account and balance sheet. With the help of trading account, we will get gross profit. With the help of P&L account, we will get our net profit or net loss. Then this particular net profit we will transfer to a balance sheet. Balance sheet is a statement with the help of which we can identify the financial position of our business, and ultimately this final account will be helpful for making a decision-making process in an organization. Now we are going to discuss about traditional or golden rules of accounting. First is personal account, which is related to person. Here is the rule: debit the receiver and credit the giver. Mainly there are three types of person. First is real person, next artificial person, and third is representative person. Now the question arises, who are real person? Real person means any of the person or any of the transaction in which real person are having involvement. For example, Ram, Sita, Geeta, we, you, all we are real person. And if any of the transaction we are involved, any real person is involved, then it will come under the category of real person. Now, who are artificial person? Artificial person are persons who are created by law. For example, your college, your school, then your bank, any of the company, any of the partnership firm, all they are created by law, so they will come under the category of artificial person. Then who are representative person? Any of the transaction which represent the person. For example, outstanding salary, prepaid salary, all this come under the category of representative person. Now next come the real account. Real account is related to asset, property or a thing. The rule is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Mainly this real account are of two types, that is tangible and intangible. So what is the meaning of tangible? Tangible means which we can see and touch. For example, building, furniture, all these are the example of tangible. Then what are intangible? Intangible means which we can't see and touch. For example, goodwill, patent, copyright, etc. Next account will be nominal account. Nominal account are related to revenue and expenditure, gains and losses. Here comes the rules. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Now, as we have already discussed, there are two approaches of debiting and crediting the accounts. Traditional approach we have discussed. Now here comes the modern approach or American rules of accounting. Under this approach, rules are defined with the help of following categories. These are as follows. First is asset, liability, capital, expenses and losses, income and revenues. With the help of these categories, we will see the debit and credit rule. For asset, debit the increase in asset, credit the decrease in asset. Means asset जब increase होगी तो वो debit होगा, asset जब decrease होगी तो credit होगा. For liability, debit the decrease in liability, credit the increase in liability. Means जब liability decrease होगी तो उसे आपको debit करना है, जब liability आपकी increase होगी तो आपको उसको credit करना है. For capital, debit the decrease in capital, credit the increase in liability. Same rule that we have done in liability. Then for expenses and losses, debit the increase in expenses and losses, credit the decrease in expenses and losses. अगर आपके expenses and losses increase होते हैं तो आप उसको debit करेंगे according to modern rule. अगर आपके expenses और losses decrease होते हैं तो आप उसे credit करेंगे. Next, for income and profit, debit the decrease in income and profit and credit the increase in income and profit. अगर आपका income and profit decrease होता है तो आप उसको debit करेंगे, अगर आपका income and profit increase होता है तो आप. Now we are going to see some examples related to traditional and modern approaches. Here is the first transaction. Business initiated with cash rupees 50,000. It means यहाँ अपन अपना business start कर रहे हैं 50,000 rupees से. So the entry will be cash account debit to capital. But according to traditional and modern approach, how it will get debited and credited, this we are going to see. According to traditional approach, cash is a real account, so what comes in will be debited. And capital is a personal account because here proprietor is a giver, therefore it will get credited. According to modern approach, cash is an asset and it is increasing, therefore it will get debited. And capital is a liability, it is also increasing, therefore it will also get credited. Ultimately, the entry will be cash account debit to capital. Now we are going to see the next example. The transaction is cash sale of rupees 10,000. It means यहाँ हमने कुछ sale की है cash में जो कि है 10,000 रुपए की, and the entry will be cash account debit to sale. But according to traditional and modern approach, how it will get debit and credit, this we will see in detail. In traditional approach, cash is a real account. Therefore, what comes in will get debited, and sale is a nominal account. It is income, so it will get credited. According to modern approach, cash is an asset. It increases, therefore it will get debited, and sale is a revenue. It is also increasing, therefore it will get credited. Ultimately, the entry will be cash account debit to sale account. So here is the next example. Transaction is paid rent of rupees 5,000. It means हमने rent pay किया है, तो entry will be rent account debit to cash. According to traditional approach, rent is a nominal account. Here all expenses are debited, and cash is a real account. It means it is going out, that's why it will get credited. According to modern approach, rent is an expense, it is increasing, that's why it will get debited. And cash is an asset, it is decreasing, that's why it will get credited. Therefore, ultimately the entry will be rent account debit to cash. I hope it is clear to all of you. Our next example is transaction 4, goods purchased from Sita. It means goods अपन purchase कर रहे हैं सीता से. Entry will be purchase account debit to Sita. But according to traditional and modern approach, purchase is a nominal account. It is an expenses, therefore it will get debited. Sita is a personal account. She is a giver, so it will credit. According to modern approach, Purchase is an expense. It is increasing. That's why it will get debited. Sita is a creditor. She is increasing. That's why it will get credited. Therefore, ultimately the entry will be purchase account debit to Sita account. Our next example or a transaction is purchased furniture for cash rupees 60,000. It means यहाँ अपन furniture purchase कर रहे हैं cash में. So entry will be furniture account debit to cash account. And the rules will be as follows. According to traditional approach, furniture is a real account. What comes in is debited and cash is a real account. Again, it is going out, so it will get credited. Very simple. Then according to modern approach, furniture is increasing, that's why it will get debited. Cash is again an asset, it is decreasing, so it will get credited. Therefore, the entry will be furniture account debit to cash account. I hope listeners, now it is very clear to all of you how to debit and credit a particular account with the help of traditional and modern approach. So here is the summary. In this video, we have discussed about meaning, concept and characteristic of double entry system. Next, we have seen types of accounts. After that, we have discussed traditional and modern approaches of accounting. Rules of accounting we have seen. Practical uses of rules also we have seen with the help of example we have discussed. Dear listeners, these are some of the links for your further readings with the help of which you can understand or increase the concept of double entry system by your own methods. These are some of the references, books, web links and videos which will be helpful for you for your further reading. Dear listeners, now this is the assessment time for you all, where I'm going to ask you a question and you will get some options too, and I will provide you some time to give the answer. So here is the first question. Double entry system was invented by William Pickles, J.R. Bartley Boyd, Lucas Pacioli, R.N. Center. And your time starts now. I hope आपने आंसर सोच लिया होगा. So here is the answer. Answer is Lucas Pacioli. Question. Double entry principle means writing twice the same entry, writing all the entries twice in the book, having debit for every credit and credit for each debit. And last option is all of the above. And your time starts now. I hope आपने answers choose कर लिया होगा. So here is the answer. Having debit for every credit and credit for each debit. Thank you so much, dear listeners, for paying attention. Have a nice day.